this geocolor image captured by GOES-16 and released by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, Hurricane Irma, a potentially catastrophic Category 5 hurricane, moves westward, Tuesday morning, September 5, 2017, in the Atlantic Ocean toward the Leeward Islands. This image was captured as daylight moves into the area, right, with nighttime features on the left side of the image. Hurricane Irma grew into a dangerous Category 5 storm, the most powerful seen in the Atlantic in over a decade, and roared toward islands in the northeast Caribbean Tuesday on a path that could eventually take it to the United States. NOAA via AP, the Associated Press. Bahamas Prime Minister Hubert Minnis says his government has ordered a mandatory evacuation of islands in the southern part of the island chain because of Hurricane Irma. Minnis says the Category 5 storm poses a dire threat to the islands of Miagwana, Inagua, Crooked Island, Accolins, Long Key, and Ragged Island. People who live on the islands will be flown Wednesday to Nassau on the island of New Providence. Minnis says it will be the largest hurricane evacuation in the history of the Bahamas. People who don't evacuate will be at great danger from storm surge caused by what he called the monster hurricane. Minnis says emergency personnel may not be available to rescue them when the storm is at its height between Thursday and Friday. President Donald Trump has declared emergencies in Florida, Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands as Hurricane Irma prepares for landfall. The declarations authorize the Department of Homeland Security and the Federal Emergency Management Agency to coordinate disaster relief efforts in those places. The dangerous Category 5 storm is wielding the most powerful winds ever recorded for a storm in the Atlantic Ocean. It is on a path that could take it toward Florida over the weekend. Irma's size and strength put the entire state on notice Tuesday. Residents and visitors prepared to leave in anticipation of catastrophic winds and floods. Puerto Rico's governor is also warning that the effects of Hurricane Irma could be catastrophic and calling the storm more dangerous than Hurricane Harvey. Puerto Rico's governor is warning that the effects of Hurricane Irma could be catastrophic, calling the storm more dangerous even than Hurricane Harvey, which recently devastated Houston. Governor Ricardo Rossello said Tuesday that the dangerousness of this system has never been seen in Puerto Rico. In his words, it is much more dangerous than Harvey. The results could be catastrophic and devastating. Rossello says the winds of the Category 5 storm will lash Culebra Island around dawn Wednesday and move to Puerto Rico shortly afterward. He says the U.S. territory's northeast coast will feel the brunt. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is releasing water from Florida's Lake Okeechobee in preparation for Hurricane Irma's expected arrival in the state this weekend. Spokesman John Campbell said Tuesday the plan is to drain the lake for 3 days to drop its current level of almost 14 feet. The Corps says Irma could add a foot of water directly to the lake as it passes and then 3 feet of runoff in the coming weeks. The Corps tries to keep the lake below 16 feet and worries about the stability of the Hoover Dike, which surrounds the lake, if it exceeds 18 feet. Most of current dike was built in the 1960s. It averages 30 feet in height. Failures of the original embankments during hurricanes in 1926 and 1928 killed over 3,000 people when waters flooded neighboring towns. About 40,000 people live nearby today. The dike has been undergoing a $1.7 billion improvement plan that should be finished in the mid-2020s. Anguilla is British island territory of about 15,000 people. It is a low-lying island known for its smooth sandy beaches. Jose is the 10th tropical storm of the season. It has maximum sustained winds of 40 miles per hour, 65 kilometers per hour, and is about 1,505 miles, 2,420 kilometers. East of the Lesser Antilles. St. Martin has a population of around 37,000, Saba has 2,000 residents and St. Eustatius has about 3,200.